Well, good evening.
Oh,
It's Friday.
good
It's
evening.
Friday.
What do you mean, shall we release them? What a cheek.
My name
Animals to do, Susanna.
As you just said, my name is Susanna, and this is Joe, my partner in crime. Hi, Joe. Hi, Joe. And we work for the wonderful, magnificent York Gin. So, Joe, first of all, what are you going to make for us tonight?
Well, I'm going to have a Tom Collins. So it's usually served in a highball,
right?
But with nice big fat ice cubes for me. I like nice big ones. So here we go. Nice shot of. I'm having Old Tom.
Mm-hmm.
See how professional I look with a pour on the top. I'm actually not going to bother with a measure though, bollocks. I'm at home. I mean, whoops, bother, I'm at home.
Whoops.
And lemon juice. I've actually got freshly squeezed lemon because I couldn't get to the shops to buy lemon juice. So I've just got a freshly squeezed lemon.
Yeah.
I managed to get my lemon.
No. Oh, she's just too fancy.
Yeah, but look, I've got one of these. I'm posh.
Oh, you're very fancy.
And some soda.
Yeah.
Up with soda water. So there we are. That's me with my fabulous Old Tom Collins.
Well, enjoy.
Yes.
Well, thank you for joining us again, everyone. I hope you enjoyed last week. We'll try and make this week just as much fun. So how it's going to work tonight is there are going to be 4 rounds. The last round will be the bonus round. So we're going to start off with some general knowledge.
I forgot the sugar syrup.
Oh, put the sugar syrup in. We're then going to have a cocktail round, which is why Joe's just making the Tom Collins for you. We're then going to have some quotes, missing words round, and then there will be a bonus question. And as always, if you stay tuned to the very end, there will be a discount code for you to use online, and also somebody will win a Spot Gin prize. So I think I better have a drink. I've got a classic here in my glass, but because it's cocktail night, I'm going to actually just whiz up something super quick and simple. We call it our Roman Fizz. We actually invented it ourselves. So this is York Gin Roman Fruit. You just pop a little bit of that in the bottom of a champagne glass. Free pouring as ever, I see.
As ever. That tastes much better. I added some more to it, by the way.
We then get a little bit of champagne. I've just given you a little glass today, so I've only just opened one of my emergency bottles of mini champagnes today. We top that up with champagne. Oh, look at that, looking good. And then we top a fresh raspberry. I might even, do you know what? I might push the boat out. I might have 2 fresh.
Ooh, my lovely Welsh lot are on tonight. Hi, Betty.
Excellent. Hello, everybody. And cheers, Joe.
Cheers, my love. Say hello to my lovely cousin June.
Oh my God, that's good. Do you know what? Putting gin in champagne has got to be the best idea ever.
Putting anything with gin is pretty much the best idea ever.
Oh my God, that's fantastic.
Oh, better watch out. The shop manager's on.
Oh gosh, right. We'll hopefully get our gins right this week.
Better watch out what she's up to. Right then.
Have you had a busy week, Joe? Shall we get started? Have you had a busy week?
Yeah. Do you know, it's really flown by considering that we've all been on lockdown. Yes, and lots of housework. Who knew there was so much to do?
You are a domestic goddess.
Yeah.
I tip my hat at you, madam.
Indeed. Oh, Dave Todd's opening his Grey Lady prize from last week.
Well,
there was a prize winner.
Yes, he was our prize winner last week.
My lovely friend Sandy Vaughan's there having a
how nice. I think we're probably cheers, and
right then, everyone,
probably ready to start.
You probably might even remember this from last week if you were listening and paying attention. So it's an easy bonus point for you.
Yeah.
This is the correct style of glass to drink your gin or any other York gin or any other type of gin in.
Yeah.
What is it actually called?
Mm-hmm.
I will take it in English or in the original language because I'm feeling particularly generous tonight.
You are.
Yeah. If you were listening to Virgin Radio last week, you'll have heard us on there with the gorgeous Chris Evans gave us a little mention and name drop about the actual glass. So that's question 1 for you.
All righty. Okay, so what is that glass called? Blooming great, I think that's what that's called. A large gin glass. It's what
the correct size is what it's called.
Is it called a York gin glass?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not?
Point for you, girl.
What I meant to say right at the beginning, guys, was a massive thank you. You know that we are raising money for St Leonard's Hospice. This quiz is just madness, really. We don't care whether you get 1 point or 100 points. We can't see you. We can read your comments, so that is great.
Yeah, I'm with Annie Harrison. She says stuff the housework.
Absolutely. But do you know how much we raised last week for St Leonard's Hospice?
Yeah, this is good.
We raised 500 quid for St Leonard's Hospice last week. So
Go
thank you,
us.
thank you, thank you, thank you. And please keep donating. There is a button on the York Gin page, a link, and there is also on the event link as well. There is a button for St Leonard's Hospice. If you can give any money to St Leonard's, they would be eternally grateful. Question two. Question two,
my love.
Right, question two. This is a good question, this. So, gin. Large or small ice? Now, I think there was a little spoiler alert because I think Madam Jojo actually gave the answer to this, but I want to know, should you serve your gin with large ice cubes or small ice cubes, and why? What difference does it make? Who knows?
Who knows? We'll find out.
I appear to be double parked, Joe.
Oh, Kel Surprise.
Oh, no, it's only going to get worse.
Oh, so Jill Warner's there. Said the badges are here with a St Leonard's Hospice London Dry.
Excellent. Oh, that's let me just show that one as well.
Yeah.
There it is. That's our special edition, and that costs £35 online. And I believe £3.50 of this goes straight to the charity.
Yeah, so if you think you're giving £3 to the charity, it's actually cheaper than normal.
Exactly. So it's a win-win. Everybody wins.
Everybody wins. That's
Everyone's a winner, baby.
Right then, off we go.
Question
3. What is the legal minimum alcohol, so ABV, for it to actually be gin? And Susanna, don't say lots.
I was going to say lots. You know me too well. You sure it's not lots?
Well, it's quite a lot. Right.
So
right then.
Remember, what we did was last week we talked about our Outlaw. And Outlaw is our Navy strength gin, so it's stronger. And you should remember what that is. But what is a standard gin? Interesting question.
Yes, indeed.
And because actually it's more interesting because there are so many gins on the market these days. And also we've got all those pink gins as well. Are they really gins? What did we talk about?
Of course they're not, because they're
what did
you say? Because they're only 20-something%. So that's a little bit
of... And did you know?
A little bit of a hint.
Yeah. Fun fact here. Did you know that some gins...
I was going to say Beryl Nairn says, who cares how big your ice cubes are as long as there's enough room for the gin?
Everybody needs ice and gin. I think ice makes the world go round.
Beryl.
I think Siobhan agrees that ice makes the world go round. I hope you're joining us again tonight, Siobhan.
Ice, Siobhan, ice.
Right. Now, this is a really good question. So last week we were talking about the history of gin, and we were saying, we were sort of bigging up our good friends at Sipsmiths because they were the ones that broke the sort of monopoly on gin, and they got the Gin Act repealed in 2008. But what we want to know, we want to go a bit further because there were some big names in gin around, and they've been around for a long time. So we would like you to name 2 gins that have been around for over 100 years. Now, there's a lot to there.
I can see one of them there.
I can see one of them straight away, and there are a lot of gins there. I wonder how many we've had. What I would like to know is, can you name 2 of the gins that have been around for over 100 years? Well,
and sadly, it's not us because we've only been around for 2 years, but we will be around for another 100.
I think we probably will. I'm sorry our shop isn't open in beautiful York at the moment, but you can still buy your gin online.
Veronica Hartnett, Navy is 57%, actually, not 47. Just a little clue there.
Oh, it is 57. Oh, did someone say that? Oh, right.
Oh, Alison Huey knows the badges.
All right. I think
the badger set.
Lee Jagger, I think you need to go a bit higher. It needs to be a bit higher than that.
Yeah, but Lee got the question. She got the question right about the ice cubes. I spotted
that. Did you spot that? And what does Hillary say?
Right then, she gives some answers.
Hang on a minute. Hillary says gin makes the world go round. I think it was well done. Well done, Hillary. She should be a poet, that she wouldn't even know it. Oh, look at me. I'm there with my answers. Right. Come on, Joe. Tell us an answer to number 1.
Right then. Number 1 is, sorry about that. Una copa de balón, a balloon glass. That's from the Spanish. And not surprising that the Spanish came up with this fantastic style of glass, since they are the country that consumes the most gin per capita in the world.
We learnt that last week, did we not?
We did.
So, guys, why isn't it England? We need to do our bit. We need everyone to raise a glass to get England to the top, or the UK. Gosh, sorry, for heaven forfend. The UK to the top of the gin per capita list. So please, cheers up.
Well, I'm doing my best tonight to
I'm still double parked, and I have a horrible feeling I might be even worse than that before the night goes on, because I know what's coming up. So,
right then, question 2, it's over to you.
It is. It's the ice cubes. Well, lots of people knew the answer to this, so thank you very much. The answer is, of course, and I will show you mine here. The answer is large, because they melt slower, basically, and also they don't dilute your gin so much. Nobody wants diluted gin.
Well, if it melts, then it dilutes quicker, doesn't it? That's why. If they melt quicker, they dilute it quicker.
And where should we be keeping our gin, Joe?
Well, you can keep it in the freezer if you want, my darling. Next to, I believe, your blooming limoncello.
My limoncello.
There's no room for frozen peas in your house.
No, it's just gin and limoncello. I love limoncello. Limoncello, I know it's not gin based, but limoncello with champagne. Oh my goodness. That is one of my favorite things. And a little lemon twist. I could borrow your little twisty thing, couldn't I?
You could borrow my little lemon twister here.
But what about tonic? What should we do with our tonic?
Well, it's the same as champagne or prosecco. Do not put it in the freezer or
it'll explode.
No, there's none of that. Right then,
the Mans have joined us. I can see them on the screen. Welcome, Mans. Siobhan and Becky are back with us. Hooray!
Yippee!
Oh, and Michelle's with us as well. Hello. Right.
Oh, and a lovely gins to Burge. Cheers, ladies.
Cheers. We need to cheers to that. Cheers, everyone.
Hillary Harrison says Copas are not available in the United States.
Do you know what? Thank you, Hillary, for reminding me of that, because I actually know Hillary and we've just spent 2 years together. Oh, that sounds quite exciting. We've just spent about 2 years with our husbands, I might add, in America. And do you know what I did, Hillary? Hillary knows exactly what I did. I took 4 of these little beauties in my hand luggage when I went to America, because you cannot buy these in America. They don't drink their gin like this. An interesting fact,
They don't do long drinks, do they?
They don't. So what an American would do, and I'm going to show you something for later. Americans would serve it in a glass like that, and they would probably serve the gin right up to about there, and they would put a splash of tonic. So they don't serve it as a long drink normally. And actually, we had to always ask, when we were in restaurants, we always asked for a lot, the long tall glasses. I don't know, what do you call a long tall?
Highball. A highball.
Highball. There you go. We always used to ask them for them in highball glasses with some fruit, and then we'd get them to put lots of tonic, and they all looked at us like we were really strange. But the excellent news was Fever Tree is readily available in the States. You can buy it in Target. You can buy it anywhere. It's so Fever Tree. Other good quality tonics are available, but
it's not as good as that.
As
right
long as there
I'm
are.
going to tell you the answer to question 3 now.
Go on then.
Saying hello to Jen Orator, who says hello from Bristol. My cousin is one of the amazing York Gin creators.
Well, hello there. Welcome. You have to tell us which one it is, though. Otherwise, we have to
go. Jen.
Jen, who is it? We'll give a shout out. Cheers. Go on, Joe.
The answer is 37.5%.
That, and I will prove that to you. I will take my York Gin Classic. And when
most of York gins are actually 42.5%.
They are. So I'm going to show you the back of.
So we're well above the minimum requirement there. But don't try and get that in South Africa, because over there it's 45%.
I know they like a swift gin.
They like it stronger. The only one we could take over there is
Outlaw, because as we learned last week, what is Outlaw, Joe? Outlaw is
57% is Navy strength.
What do we call it? We call it a big fat gin.
We call it our London Dry with boots on.
We do. Or I call it, I always say in the shop, I always say it is like York Gin's older brother that's like beefed up a bit. That's what I've been down the gym quite a lot.
Worked out.
He's been down the gin quite a lot. So yes, but the other thing, of course, it has to have juniper. So not only does it have to be that minimum percentage, but it also has to have juniper. And we learned all about juniper last week, didn't we?
We did indeed.
If anyone with us.
On to question 4.
Now, question 4 is a great question, because last week we were talking about the history of gin and how we are all sort of modern gins. But name some gins that have been around for over 100 years. Now, you could have had everybody's favorite. You could have had Gordon's. There it is. Look. But the earliest gin is Boers gin, which I have to confess, I'd never actually heard of.
No, me either. Didn't know it.
I think it's something.
Although it sounds Dutch, so I wonder if it has something to do with Genevers.
Yes, or the Boer War or something like that. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah.
But yes, 1726 for Boer's gin, 1769 for the lovely Gordons. Everyone's got a bottle of Gordons in their cupboard.
I keep it for Deb Conroy. It's her favourite.
Is it?
Yeah,
1830 for Tanqueray. And of course, Tanqueray and Gordons, they merged, didn't they?
Yes, I didn't know that until we were doing this quiz.
Yeah, but they certainly merged. And then there it is.
They merged in 1898.
Oh, it's been
a long time ago.
That is a long time ago. Now, I've got a couple of interesting facts about Gordons for you. So, Gordons, everybody's favourite. If you have a bottle of Gordons, look at the bottle and then look at the screw lid. The top of the screw lid has a wild boar on it. In fact, Joe, he's not just wild, he's
absolutely livid.
He's livid. There's a wild boar on the top of the Gordon's bottle. Now, legend says that's actually, legend says that someone from Clan Gordon up in Scotland actually.
No, really?
Could have been a Welsh clan. Could have been an Irish
kilt.
clan.
Was he wearing the kilt?
Oh, she gives me such a hard time. So somebody from Clan Gordon actually saved the King of Scotland while they were out hunting, and they saved him from a wild boar. And so Mr. Gordon, when he decided to make his gin, which interestingly enough was actually made in London.
In Southwark, I believe.
It was, and it came from Southwark because the water was said to be
marginally better than elsewhere.
Well, who knows about that? But I think that's a smart marketing tool. But it's not made in London anymore, is it? Where is Gordon's made, Joe?
In Fife, up near your mum, up near Maureen Collins.
Hello, Mum, if you're watching. Hi, Mum. Yes, it is made up in Fife. Which one of those gins is still made in London? That's an interesting fact.
Yes, there's only one London Dry that is still made in London, and that is bringing us on to the next one.
Yeah.
Beefeater.
Beefeater. Oh, now Beefeater. Now
Beefeater gin.
It is. Now the guy that made Beefeater, he was a real marketing genius actually, because it was his idea to use the Beefeaters on the bottle because it was fantastic for the export market because people loved all things English, didn't they?
Yeah. Yes, in fact, it became known as the gin that followed the expats abroad.
Interesting top fact.
Well, it had a lovely bit of pageantry about it, didn't it? If you look at the label there, it's not just your average label.
No, and did you know that it was the only gin allowed on the maiden voyage of the QE2 to New York?
I did not know that.
No,
I did not know that.
Interesting. It is an interesting fact there. So, any other facts you want to tell us before I do something which is going to make me triple parked?
Well, it's a little one for my friend Jill Bennett, Jill and Russ. Because they're very big fans of James Bond.
Oh, go on.
Yeah. And since we're actually not doing a Vesper this week,
I
would like to do this for Jill. Gordon's is actually named. It's an actual named gin in Ian Fleming's Casino Royale. When James Bond goes up to the bar and asks for a cocktail, he demands 3 parts Gordon's, a part vodka, some Kinna-Lillet, which you can no longer get, sadly, lemon peel, and that is a Vesper, which was named after the very first Bond girl, Vesper. What was she called? Vesper Lind.
Oh, are you going to tell us more about Kinna-Lillet?
Kinna-Lillet, yes, Kinna-Lillet, which is in another of the cocktails we're coming to later. Yeah. Interestingly enough, was made by a French chemist who, like the guys last week, if you remember, we were talking about the what are you doing? Having a drink. Yeah, me too. Let's just stop for a minute. Oh, drink.
Let's have a little cheers.
Yeah. He discovered that quinine was very good against malaria, and so he made this this mixer to go in cocktails and whatnot for people going abroad, people going to hot climates, and Kinna-Lillet had quinine in it. Unfortunately, it doesn't have it anymore, so you only get Lillet Blanc now, which is the same drink but with no quinine in.
Oh, yes. We missed the quinine. Well, there you go. There's some top facts about some older gins, which you may also have in your cupboard. And good evening to Beryl. I can see you, Beryl. Well, I can't see you, Beryl, but I'll give you a little wave. Hello, Beryl. Welcome.
What's worn under the kilt? Don't ask my husband for God's
Oh, for
sake.
goodness sake, don't do that.
I don't dare tell
We'll have a
you.
little Braveheart moment, won't we?
I like the answer. Nothing, madam. Everything's in working order. Very
Right,
good.
now, sadly, that brings us to the end of round one. And what I'm going to do now,
Or you might think, thank God.
thank God for that, they're going to stop talking. Sadly, we are
They're
not
rubbish.
discussing. But I am going to triple park myself because I'm going to make my absolute favorite cocktail. So
I know what it is.
I know what it is. I will slip the name in, but it is an answer later on. So I hope you've got your instinct. So I'm going to use my lovely big ice cubes that have been.
Me and Deb Conroy drank the whole country dry in Sicily when we had these
Oh my God.
years ago, looking down on the Mediterranean. Oh my God, they're so nice.
So I spent a lot of the summer in Italy last year, as I think I probably mentioned last year. And we went around Italy and we tried these in every single town we went to. So,
Of course you did, because you're a lush.
because I am a lush. So that is 1 part.
Why are you even pretending to use a measure? You don't use a measure. I know the only time you actually use a measure is with outlaw. Otherwise, you just go. You go like the Spanish do with Larios. You go, hey, I'll have a Larios and Tom.
Okay. Well, I'm just. Do you know what, Joe? All I'm actually doing is just being good for the camera because normally I'm just pushing it in. But I am trying because some people like a measure. So it's equal parts, however big your measure is. And I have to say a massive shout out to the village people because I was missing an ingredient for this. Not the village people as in YMCA. The village people as in the village.
Although they do a very mean YMCA.
They do a mean YMCA. So the village I live in, I was missing an ingredient for this, and they came to my rescue and put a bottle of this at the end of one of their long drives, and we had to go and collect it because otherwise we're missing. Now look at that. Does that not look like something you might like to try? Now,
tried it.
I'm
been there.
Oh my God. I am now triple parked and I don't even care.
Uh-oh.
Now, what am I going to do with this? This is absolutely delicious. Right.
Yeah, my lovely friend Deb and I, we were staying in a nice hotel, but we actually spotted this much nicer hotel, and I mean much nicer.
Right.
We pounced up and looked posh and went, well, we're going to go in there.
Yeah.
So off we went to the beach and we ordered these, and one of them was that.
Yeah.
And Deb and I sat there drinking these on the beach, quite the thing, pretending to be patrons of this very, very, very posh hotel.
Well,
and no one took us out because we looked posh.
Of course you did, and that's great. Do you know what? Now I'm triple parked, everyone. This is going to be. Look at this. I've now got 3 gin on the go.
Hey, Ali Kirkham thinks she's got the answer.
Well, Ali, I hope you do, because this is one of my all-time favorite cocktails. In fact, look at them. Look at me. I look magnificent with my drinks. Right. Which brings us beautifully on to round two, which is the cocktail round. So, Joe, take it away.
We're back to the script.
Yes, go back to the script.
Right, it's me. I'm up.
You are.
Okay, right then. You see these lovely ingredients?
Ooh.
So we have gin, naturellement.
Honey
syrup.
Yeah.
Lemon juice. Served shaken and chilled, usually with no ice. And with a lemon twist.
Ooh,
what
yummy.
Is it called a bee's knees?
Bee's knees.
A dinger? Or a bumblebee?
What could it be called? Well,
what could it be?
What could it be? Oh my Lord, Joe. I'll just take
a sip. Will be up in a minute. Okay, over to you, madame.
Okay. Now, this is a modern cocktail and it's called a bramble, and it is modern from the 1980s. Look at it. Looks magnificent. And I would like to know, what ingredients do you need to make a bramble cocktail? And you can take the point if you have 2 or more ingredients. And, you know, I'm looking at it and I know gin's one of them. So I'm not giving you a point for gin, but if you can give me a point for 2 others, you can have a point for 2 others. All right. So a bramble cocktail, how delicious. I'll go back to my cacophony. What is the collective noun for drinks?
What? I was busy looking at Hayley Robinson saying, I bet they're wearing pajama bottoms. Oh no, I've got my new shoes on under here. Look,
I've got
look at
these.
I've got my my furry sliders on.
Oh, my
No,
Lord.
no.
You and your
It's
furry sliders.
the whole thing here, mate.
That's a whole different. Do you know what? I often have my slippers on when we're doing this, but today I actually pushed the boat out, and not only did I put shoes on, I also put. I know you can't even tell. I actually put some makeup on as well.
I put makeup on. I felt really dingy. I felt dingy.
I hope
this week.
Alexandra Mather's watching because she's the red lippy queen. So I hope
She is. Mwah to you, Alex Mather.
If you're watching, Alex. There we go.
And Flo Poskett. Mwah.
Oh,
Right, okay,
love
so
that's why you're
where are we?
So we are on to. We've done the bramble. We're on to you,
Question
Jojo.
3.
Yes.
Right. So, what is the name
Yeah.
of this cocktail? It's a really lovely sounding thing.
Go on.
It's actually from the Savoy cocktail book from 1930.
Yeah.
Which was and it was a hangover cure. It sounds brilliant. I'm actually going to try this when we get out of lockdown because I can't get hold of absinthe at the moment. But this sounds great.
Right.
What is it called? Is it a zombie apocalypse,
Yeah,
a hangman's noose, or a corpse reviver?
Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. Well, I'll tell you a little story about absinthe. So I don't really like absinthe, but my youngest son, Will, is at Liverpool University, or the University of Liverpool. And when we were out on a night out, he took me to an absinthe bar.
What?
I've never been to an absinthe bar. Did you?
What's an absinthe bar?
An absinthe bar, it has basically absinthe-based cocktails, and they sometimes serve them. Now, I'm no connoisseur of absinthe, but they serve them in like some sort of bong thing as well. So like it's quite bizarre. But you know it's an absinthe bar because it's got a green light outside. Who knew?
No, I did not know that. I want to come with you next time.
Yeah, you can definitely come with next time.
That.
I quite enjoyed it, and there was music playing. It was very, very sociable. But I have to confess, I actually had a gin and tonic.
Oh, you're boring.
I wimped out. Right, next.
That's boring.
That is quite boring. I'm really sorry. But what's boring about a gin and tonic? It's the original cocktail.
Well, when you go to a bloody absinthe bar, just saying. Anyway,
When in Rome and all that lot. So talking of Rome, I made this earlier, and this delicious I've still got tons of. And I want to know what is the name of this York gin cocktail. So in here, if you remember I made it earlier, there is York gin, Roman fruits, champagne or Prosecco, and a fresh raspberry on the top. Is it a centurion's helmet? Is it Iberacum, it's good? Or is it a Roman fizz? And I did give the answer earlier, right at the beginning. If you remember what I said, mind you, who was listening? Who cares what I said? But is it a centurion's helmet? Is it an Iberacum, it's good? Or is it a Roman fizz? I hope to goodness it's called Iberacum, it's good, because I really like saying that. So just so I'm in the swing of it here, I will actually continue drinking this one because I'm now triple parked. Oh, cheers.
Honest to goodness. Right then.
Next
question. You're triple parking. Katie Pickles says the rules of triple parking is you have to down at least one of your drinks.
Oh my Lord. Well, I love this one then. Cheers.
Yeah. Ooh. Anyway, right then. Next question, number 5. Guess the name of this cocktail. It's a lovely famous cocktail which originated in, I didn't know the year obviously, but it was originated in 1919 in Firenze in Italy. Hey Fausto, if you're there, hello. So it's equal parts gin, Campari, sweet vermouth, served on the rocks with a slice of orange.
Just excuse me one moment.
Deb Conroy, you should know.
Is that not what I made earlier?
Shush.
I think it is. I've got it in my hand. I can't remember because I've now downed my drink, because I did down very goodly, that's not even a word. I did drown.
Dear Lord.
I drowned or downed my whatever this was called. And I've just got the raspberries left. Now, normally I would stick my fingers in there and pull out the raspberries and eat them. But because I'm on my bestest behavior, I shan't do that. But I will show you. I don't think I can down this one though. I will show you the cocktail I made earlier. Now, this is just my favorite thing in all the world. So I'll have a little sip. I'll put
quite a lot of our wonderful people are getting it correct.
Well, so I should think. That is a thing of pure joy. Pure joy.
Yes, Ellie's dead. I agree with you.
What is it?
Very much that.
What does she say? What's Ellie said?
I'm not telling you. You just Right then, question 6. It's over to you if you can actually put one of your 3 drinks down.
Well, okay, so this looks very much like something else, but in this glass you've got gin, tomato juice, lemon juice, Tabasco, Worcester sauce, celery salt, and black pepper. It's served over ice with a celery stick. But what could it possibly be called? Is it an off with her head? Is it a red snapper? Or is it a bloody Nora?
Oh, bloody. Again, that's for Fausto.
It is for Fausto. Shout out for Fausto. In Italy, bless you. I hope you're safe, Fausto. Stay well, stay safe. So is it, I've forgotten already, is it a bloody Nora? Is it a red snapper? Or is it an off with a head? And it looks, we all know it looks like a Bloody Mary. So there's no point.
It does look like a Bloody Mary, but there's a good reason why it isn't a Bloody
Mary. Very good reason why that is. And I believe that brings us to the end of that round. So Joe,
round 2.
I think Joe is, so enough. I've only got 2 now, so I'm double parked. Is that okay? Whoever was.
I'm going to make a cocktail that I just fancy, because I usually drink something called Hugo, which I really like.
Yeah.
But I'm going to try it with what I have in the house, basically. So, you know, it's a bit of a Blue Peter job. So nice big ice cubes.
Lovely.
Nice big home measure of Old Tom. Oh dear, that might be quite. Oh, who cares?
Hang on,
too much.
Shannon, have another guess, darling. Have another guess, Shannon.
I
wish it was that.
Some elderflower cordial.
Nice.
Some Beaver elderflower cordial. Just a little sweetness in there.
Yeah.
Thank you. And on top of it, I would normally have. You normally have prosecco and the elderflower, but I'm just having a little experiment tonight.
Okay.
So I'm going to do it with our fabulous Fever Tree Naturally Light.
Refreshingly light.
Exactly. This is literally the first time I've ever tried this, and I'm doing it on air with one of these.
Oh, you're so living fancy, you are, Joe. And you.
It's a Blue Peter lemon.
You and your lemon twists. What are you like? Joe, remind us what's in it, because I've already forgotten.
Well, you're useless. Honest to God. Right, so it's got Old Tom.
Yeah.
Elderflower cordial.
Yep.
Lots of big ice cubes.
Right. Yeah.
Light.
Yeah.
A twist with my fancy lemon doodle.
Oh, you're so fancy.
I know, I'm fancy me. Oh. And a bit of lemon.
Hello. Cheers, everyone. Give us a swig then. Let's see your face once you've had a swig. What?
That is blummin' lovely.
Blummin' lovely. So what should we call it? Lovely people
lovely.
Out there in Ginland. What shall we call? So normally a similar drink's called a Hugo, yeah?
That is lovely. Well, a Hugo is it's actually prosecco, elderflower, and soda.
Right, but no gin.
No, so this is a bit of a take on it.
So where's the fun in that if there's no gin?
Well, now it's fun.
That was much more fun. Well done, Joe.
I think we need a name for it. Anybody got a name?
Yes, well, I think, we'll definitely shout out some of the best names, but cheers. I love this one.
Cheers, darling.
Which I think, we haven't given the answers. I thought we'd already done the answers. Oh.
We're far too interested in drinking. Okay, off we go.
Let's give the answers to round 2.
Okay, so this is called slang for the very best.
Oh,
the bee's knees.
You're my bee's knees.
Oh, I like to be the bee's knees.
You are the bee's knees. Always. Always. That looks very nice. It looks like it might be quite sweet, though.
Not sure. Not if you've got a decent amount of gin in it,
and definitely not vegan.
And the lemon juice. The lemon will take some.
Well, yeah, they will take that cut through, won't it? The cut through the sweetness.
Yeah.
Look at us and posh words.
I fancy that. I might try that later. Well,
give that really well, right? Because we all need more gin on.
Yes, we do.
All righty. Question 2. Now I showed you a picture I hope I did. I showed you a picture of a bramble and I asked you what was in the bramble. And I said you could have a point if you could name 2 or more. Well, obviously there's gin in it. It wouldn't be a part of the gin quiz if you couldn't put gin in it. There's gin, lemon juice, sugar syrup, creme de mûre, which is actually a blackberry liqueur. You pour it over ice and you pop a little blackberry on there to garnish. So, are you sniggering at me, Joe?
No.
What are
I'm
you
just looking at some of the answers coming in for names with a.
What are they saying? Give us a cup. I can hear my cats
Joey
meowing.
Laverack says, call it Joe's juice.
Joe's juice.
Oh, a York elder fizz like that.
A York elder
Yes,
fizz.
yes.
Ooh, get you.
Oh, a lemon ginnel.
Oh, I'm really sorry. You can all hear my cats meowing, and they've been banished from the kitchen. They're
I can't because my. Do you know what?
What?
Our cats are cousins.
Yes, they are.
And I stupidly decided I would let them out this spring, and off they've gone. And since I've let them out of the blooming house, I never see them anymore. They don't come in all day. They come in and they don't want to cuddle me. I'm
Joe,
a bit
how does
bereft.
he not want to cuddle you? What's all that about?
No.
Oh,
They're on cuddle lockdown.
cuddle lockdown. Well, mine get escorted to the garden. So we have to go out. We've now, because they keep escaping, we've now gone to one cat with one person, so they have to go out individually now because my cat Paris, I tell you, my cat Paris, he's a little devil. He just, as soon as he sees us not looking, he scoots into next door's garden.
That's what Maine Coons are like, though.
I know.
That's why there was that O2 advert, Be More Dog.
Be More Dog. They are like dogs.
Dogs.
Mine do still play fetch. Do yours still play fetch?
Do they chuff us like?
Oh.
Well, they do. He just brings stuff in his mouth if he could be bothered to play with you.
Oh, everybody loves.
Or like this, Katie Pickles, the elder flag called a Sujo gin.
A Sujo gin. Ooh, nice work. I like that one. Right, so we've done brambles, so it must be on to you. I think I might be. Oh, we're on a different one.
Right then. So question 3.
Yes.
It's a corpse reviver.
Number 2. Number 2.
And I know that Ali Kirkham got that right. She's probably had 1 or 2 of those.
I would say, is she fond of a hair of the dog? Because it is a hangover cocktail, isn't it?
She does like a drink, Ali.
Does she?
Yeah, it goes back to the Savoy cocktail book of the 1930s. Yeah. So, good stuff. Lovely. Love it.
Absolutely love it. I have to say, I'm still sticking with this one, which I think is coming up quite soon. So now, because somebody complained that I was triple park and had to finish one, I've actually finished this one. I have still the raspberries to go. Now, the very, very lovely ladies of York Gin, of which we are 2, but there are many of us. If you come into our York shop, you'll see loads of us. It is called a Roman Fizz. We sell a little hamper, which has a little bottle of Prosecco. It has a little bottle of Roman fruits in there as well. And you can make your own. And we sold a lot of them at Christmas time. We said this was a great Christmas morning cocktail. It's also a Valentine's cocktail. Basically, because it's red, you can do it for loads of things. It's called a Roman Fizz. So congratulations, anyone that got that. And it was, I have to tell you, delicious.
It was delicious. Hello to Veronica Harnett. She says lots of the local Mind colleagues have just joined us.
Oh, welcome.
Gin drinkers. A little round of applause.
Oh. Yay!
Right, am I up?
It's you now, darling. I think it might be this one now.
Oh, yes. Me and Deb, we know all about it.
Oh.
It's a Negroni.
It is a Negroni.
Vorrei una Negroni, per favore.
Per favore. I have to say, my favorite gin-based cocktail, and I can't even. In fact, what I should have done was sent you all my pictures of Negronis that I took over the summer.
That would have been quite funny. We're going to have a little round Italy tour. Well, in fact, Debbie and I had them in Sicily.
Yeah.
In La Sicilia, which is obviously next door, but that's fine.
Oh my, that is just smashing. Honestly, people, I hope you're having one. This is the best one. And
you're making people fed up, so you better move on to questions.
All right, last question in this round. So sorry if you're fed up. Oh my Lord. It is not an off with her head. It is not a bloody Nora. It is a red snapper.
A red snapper.
So, and the only interesting thing to say about this is it was made in the 1920s from the St. Regis Hotel in New York. And it was because gin was more readily available than vodka at the time. So they started making their Bloody Marys with gin, and they called
it. That is bizarre, isn't it?
That's it. That's all I have to say about it.
Bizarre.
Totally bizarre. Totally bizarre. I actually quite like a Bloody Mary myself.
Yeah, and Val Torrington saying we want to see the Negroni photos next week.
Oh, I will happily share my Negroni photos because actually, interestingly, I got quite good at photographing Negronis because
just the Negronis. I mean,
just the Negronis. You don't want to see my actual holiday photos, but actually, the Negroni photos, I had lots of flaming things behind them. Oh my god, I got very creative with my Negroni.
Oh, marvelous!
But cheers. But sadly, I won't be going.
Right then, honey. Should we move on to round 3, my love?
Do it, Joe.
This is our missing words round.
Right.
You're gonna have to cover it. Well, you can't quite cover your ears because you won't get it all. But
go on,
you have to listen to me trying to do this stuff.
Go on, Joe.
There's a reason why Susanna is a singer on the stage and I do the publicity. But here we go.
Go on,
I met a gin-soaked ballroom queen in Memphis.
Oh, you know, she did.
Tried to take me upstairs for a ride.
Ride.
She had to heave me right across her shoulder. Because I just can't seem to drink you off my mind. So that's the Rolling Stones. Well, it was the Rolling Stones.
But
from something women.
something women. Mad gin women, is it?
Oi.
Is it? Is it not? I don't know. Well, I'm actually going to have to put my glasses on. Sorry, Mum, for this bit, but I have had my glasses.
Sorry about that. I can't actually see without my
unfortunately, that was the Roman fizz. Just spit the deck. Oh, my Lord. But I have got the raspberries. I saved the raspberries.
For goodness sake.
So,
question
2. So, for gin. Oh, that's question 3. Question 2. Gin drinking is a great blank in England, but wretchedness and dirt are a greater. And that was Charles Dickens in Sketches by Boz. What did Charles Dickens think about gin drinking?
Oh my God. Have you seen that barrel there? It's got Old Tom on it.
Oh my God, is it really? I'm going to have to respect one again, Mum. Oh, yes, it's got an Old Tom. We love an old. Do you know which Old Tom I like the best?
Which?
I like the Old Tom. I like the Old Tom that won the best Old Tom in England, which is ours. Yay!
York Gin is literally, officially, the best Old Tom in England. Hurrah.
Hurrah for us. Cheers.
Hurrah for us.
Cheers.
Right. Question 3.
Yes.
This is for you, Maureen Collins, up in Edinburgh, because I think you'll get this one.
Oh.
It's just you. For gin, in cruel sober truth, supplies the fuel for flaming... What?
Ooh.
By Noel Coward in Words and Music.
Ooh, that's a fancy one,
isn't it? If Robert Reedman's listening, he'll get that one too.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's a good question. We like. Oh, everybody loves a bit of Noel Coward.
We do love a little bit of Noel Coward. On you go. Question 4.
Okay, question 4. I am going to have to put my glasses on, Mum. Sorry. I decided I was a lemon for a couple of weeks. I kept myself amused all that time, jumping in and out of a gin and tonic. I found a small lake that thought it was a gin and tonic, and I jumped in and out of that. Well, at least I think it thought it was a gin and tonic. Now, that's Ford Prefect in which book? By Douglas Adams. And I happen to know this is Madame Jojo's one of her favourites.
It is. Best radio play ever.
Ever.
Right. Alrighty. 5.
This is my favourite quote of the round, this one. Go on, sock it to us.
The only time I ever enjoyed was when I accidentally got gin in the, what? Oh. By Phyllis Diller. Do you know, don't you look fab? Wouldn't you like to go on a night out with her?
She looks like, she's the sort of woman we like on our night outs, isn't she?
She is. Tip-top.
And actually, I'm really looking forward to see what happens in these ones. So I want to know what you put, everybody, because this is
looking forward to it. Oh, yes, some words coming up.
Oh, good. Right. And the very last question in this round is question 6. Glasses on. It is. Look, it is. I'll stick with gin. Champagne is just that knows somebody. That's Hawkeye. That's the lovely Alan Alda. Look at him in MASH. Oh. He looks so handsome, and he has definitely got a gin in his hand as well.
Gorgeous. Absolutely.
Gorgeous. We love Alan Alda. And in fact, interesting fact, not very interesting fact, but When I learned to play the piano, which I did so badly that I haven't played it since I was a teenager, I learned to play two things on the piano. I learned to play the theme from MASH, which is "Suicide is Painless" and all that business. And I learned to play "Woman" by John Lennon.
Oh,
They're the only two things I ever succeeded at the piano because I was shocking at it. I mean, proper shocking.
Quite complicated tunes, I would have thought.
Well, I don't know why. Why then? Since I was so shocking at it, are they the only two things I can play?
Don't know. Both good ones. Both love.
I know.
Love both of them.
I love both of them.
I love Katie Pickles.
What's she saying?
1 gin to 2 intravenously.
Ooh. Wow, there's a whole different story there, Gin. Gin. I'm just calling you Gin now from here on in.
Right then.
Go on then. You can do the answers now.
We'll do the answers, and I'm not going to sing again. You don't have to cover your ears. You're
all right. All right. Don't sing to us, Jojo.
So the first one was Honky Tonk Women.
Yeah, honky tonk women. We like a bit of honky tonk women. We like a bit of Rolling Stones. We like a bit. So, did I tell you the story of when Nick, who's my husband, and William, who's my younger son, went to the Rolling Stones? Was it last year or the year before? I can't hear. The years are all rolling into one. And they didn't check their tickets, and they got to the concert, and whoever we'd bought these tickets from sent us the wrong day. So they turned up at the turnstile with the wrong day tickets. So my lovely husband, who's out in the garden, I can actually see him in the deck chair with a bottle of wine. He's not even drinking.
Again, still not
bottle of wine. He hasn't lit the chimney because it's too blooming hot to light the chimney. But he's out there. He hasn't got any cats, but I think he's just contemplating life in the universe. Oh, is that a hint? Oh gosh. But he had to buy new tickets, so he actually had to pay money to buy new tickets because they were there. It was at Twickenham Stadium, I think.
Ridiculous.
I know, ridiculous. Question 2.
Eleanor Cranston, you and me, Douglas Adams.
Oh,
we're on.
You loved it. That. You really.
I'm loving it.
Oh, I know.
Right then.
Question 2. Question 2. This is the Noel Coward. No, it's not. It's Charles Dickens quote. You know what I mean. So gin drinking is a great vice. Yeah, and the other left. Gin drinking is a great vice. Who said that? Oh, it's Charles Dickens. All right, only one of our greatest living authors. Oh my God. Oh, he's not even living. He's dead. Oh my God. Great. Gin drinking is a great vice. I think that Roman fizz may have gone to my head.
Dear Lord. Or one of the other 3.
I just like, you know what I'm like. Right, go on then.
You know what you're like. You're a lush.
I am a lush. Then. Question 3.
Oh, that's me.
That is
right then. So for gin and cruel sober truth supplies the fuel for flaming youth. Says Noel Coward.
I think we'll take that, to be honest, Joe.
Words and music.
Well, I hope you got that, Maureen Collins up in Edinburgh, because we were banking on you to get that one. I think we'll take the business.
Amy Louise Chamberlain Wright has completely lost track. Don't worry, Amy.
Oh, Amy, just have another gin. We'll just give a cheers for Amy.
Yeah, just have another one of these, girl.
There you go, Amy. Cheers for Amy. Cheers for Amy.
Who cares?
Nobody actually cares. We're not collecting the
Val Torrington, I just pointed out that you're still Double Park.
Oh, for God's sake. I honestly don't think I can actually finish one of these. That's my favourite, but was actually 6 shots of alcohol in there. I may be on the floor if I finish that one. I'll go back.
Like, what's her name last week? What was it? Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, yeah.
Under my host.
Under my host as of last week. Right, we're on to question. I've forgotten. It's question 4. I'm the evens.
No, it's not. Oh,
yes, it is. Question 4. Life, the universe, and everything. Part of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It's your favourite, Joe. How would you not know that?
It is. It is my favourite. I love it.
Oh, it's lovely. Oh, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Life, the Universe, and Everything. I'm going to eat these raspberries now.
Go for it. Right, question 5. The only time. Yes, I'm doing it. I'm on. The only time I ever enjoyed ironing was when I accidentally got gin in the steam iron, says Phyllis Diller. Yay.
That is good. Did anybody actually get that? Or did we just have a load of gutter snipes that actually said rude things?
I never saw any answers to that one whipping by. Really? I don't know what anyone put, but I thought that was very funny.
That is actually one of my favourite quotes of the evening. Oh, I love that one. I love that one.
You know what? as
What?
you said earlier, that would actually smell quite nice.
Do you know what? Because we all buy, well, we don't all, but some people buy this like fancy ironing water, don't they?
Yeah.
You put that in your
Lavender
and blossom and all sorts or whatever. If you had juniper or like smells of gin, wouldn't you buy it?
Yeah, exactly.
I
think you were having a gin and tonic while you were doing the ironing.
You're doing that. You get all the shirts and they go to work and they're all like covered in that slightly gin taste. Oh, I don't know.
No. Right, up to you.
Last question. Question 6. Here we've got lovely Hawkeye. I'll stick with gin. Champagne is just ginger ale that knows someone. Ooh, I like that one. I like that. I also like champagne. And I
also like mash.
Oh, and we
brilliant.
Look how handsome he looks there.
I know.
He's very handsome.
A little shout out to my lovely James Harrison. At least I'm not throwing chocolate buttons at you, mate.
Well, that is true because she has been known to throw a chocolate button. Joe, when can you have a chocolate again? She's giving it up for Lent. Tell us when.
Sunday.
Yes. Joe can eat chocolate again on Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, you can see I'm wasting away.
Wasting away.
It's gonna be even worse, isn't it?
I think so. Right. So now we have our bonus round.
Bonus round.
This is the very last question in the whole quiz. You may or may not be relieved to hear. So last week we mentioned the Evil Eye, which has the Guinness World Book of Records record for the most number of gins in one shot. I don't even know which one to go for. And this week we're going to ask you how many bottles of gin were sold in the UK in 2018, according to the Wine and Spirit Trade Association. So we're actually looking for the number of bottles. Now, I'm going to give you a little clue here. It's lots. So as a clue, we are going to take 5 million either side.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. That's quite some way. We're going to give you 5 million either side. All right. So it's a lot. So we'll give you a moment to have a little think about that. Remember, this quiz is just for a laugh. We're not going to read out the answer. We're not going to read out your scores. We're not going to say, oh, you were a bit rubbish because you only got one.
Yeah, Lorraine Gammon's right. She says lots.
Lots is a good answer. It's
Sarah Wilson, 0 out of 6. Don't worry about it. I got a 9 out of 6 too until I was looking them all up. Don't you worry.
Who cares? Nobody actually.
Have a gin and tonic, girl.
I know, just have a gin. Everything tastes better after gin. All righty. So do we think that we might have given you enough time? So remember, I'm going to give you 5 million either side. The correct answer is, Jojo, give it to us.
It's 66 million.
Now, guys, there's a serious point here. That's not as many as the Spanish. So actually, what I need you to do is buy and drink more gin. All right.
Carly Rae is nearly bang on the money there.
Ooh, what did she? I can't see it. What does Hillary say?
2 million.
Oh, Hillary, you're going with a 4. I can only
you work for the gin industry, Carly.
Gosh, she might well do. Who knows? Who knows?
Oh, yes.
But
very good.
Drink more gin, everybody, because 66 is a lot of gin. But actually, what we need is to beat those Spanish. We need to be top of the list next year. So right. So the good news is we have finished the quiz. Tell us how you did. Send us some pictures of what you're actually been drinking through the quiz. What we're going to do now is we will very soon flash up the code.
Hey, there's no flashing.
No flashing. We promised you that if you stuck with us all the way through this quiz, we would flash up a code which will get you 10% off any orders this week on www.yorkgin.com. And this week's code is cocktail. It only applies for this week. You have to be over 18 and it expires on the 18th of April. So please come online. And if you are living in the beautiful city of York, you will get the very lovely Pete, who will actually deliver for free within the city boundaries or just a bit out. We live just a little bit out and he comes and sees us, doesn't he?
Yeah. If we've got an order, just putting
out that we do adhere to all the government, whatever guidelines. People only come and see us with gin. He will stand 2 meters. Is it 2 meters? 2 meters
He's
back.
he actually stands about 10 meters away.
He does. But
He
that's
doesn't want to
fine.
catch anything off us. And
Never. Exactly. I can't blame him for that. He will deliver for free within the city-ish of York. But if you go online, you've got your cocktail, your 10% discount code. And as we promised, there is a spot prize for one lucky viewer. Joe, over to you. Have a little.
Hold on. And the winner is.
Have you verified it?
The winner is a lovely lady called Hetty Tomley.
Oh, Hetty. I love the name Hetty. That's a great name. Hetty.
I pretty much like Tomley as well. What a great name.
Great names. Thank you for having such a fabulous name. And if you send us, I believe, a direct message with your address on it, we will get your little gin prize out to you. So there you go.
Yeah, and if we are called upon to do this again next week, if anybody actually be bothered to tune in again,
yes,
well, it'll pretty much be a bit of a cat thing, I think.
Oh,
because as everyone knows, our logo has the gorgeous Ruttikin, the cat, the medieval cat. Oi, steady! What are you doing? Oh God.
I'm pointing at my cat.
We support the Cats Protection League.
We do.
And next week, I think there will be a lot of catty cat things going on.
Lovely.
Yeah.
We love the Cats Protection League. We give them all our people like our empty bottles, don't they? So we make sure in the shop we've got a little pussy cat on the top of the counter, and if you want to take the empty bottles, pop a little donation in for the Cats Protection League.
But York and gin are both very, very associated with cats for one reason and another. So I think we might be doing a bit of a cat thing next week.
We will be doing a cat thing.
If we do it.
I might look at my cats are still sat at the door, desperate to come into the kitchen. You're not coming in, boys. That's that.
Yeah, well, mine have deserted me, so they can both.
So all that brings me to say is to do the thank yous for tonight. So thank you, obviously, you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for
tuning in.
Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate every single comment. They will be all answered. We will all look at the comments, and thank you. If you want us to do it again, we will. If you don't want us to do it again, we won't.
That's fine. That's fine. We'll just sit and eat pizza.
Exactly. We want to say thank you to Emma and to Simon and for our technicals backstage, or every single person that works for York Gin. Everyone is fabulous. It's the best company in the world to work.
Yeah, and thanks to Sam for finding me all the ingredients for my cocktails, because they were all over the place, and he was very.
Thank you for my youngest.
Well done, Sam. Well done, Kirsty.
Thank you. Well done to Will for helping me with my technicals, because I'm technically ignorant. Thank you. Thank you for every single person that joined us. And I want to say, if I may, a happy birthday to my older son, Josh, who is 24 tomorrow. So just raise a little glass.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Josh, for tomorrow. I'm sorry we're not together. I'm really sorry we're not together, because normally we go out and stuff our faces and drink like fish. No change there then. So thank you to Josh. Thank you to everyone. Thank you. We'll say goodbye. Bye-bye from York Gin. Bye. Don't do the St. Leonard's thing as well. We like to create money for them.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Yeah, we made loads last week, so keep it up, you lovely lot.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.